Hi friends, welcome to my channel Electronics with RP. Join me on this channel as I take you to the wonderful world of electronics. What is electronics? Electronics is that branch of physics which deals with the flow of electrons. So why is this flow of electrons so fascinating? Come, join me as I take you through this journey. Before we start this journey, let us brush up some basic points which we have learned in our high school. So let's start with atom. Now we know that every material is made of atoms. An atom has a nucleus which has positively charged protons and a neutrally charged neutron. Outside this nucleus, there are negatively charged electrons which orbit this nucleus of the atom. Now the electrons which are in the very innermost orbit close to the nucleus, they have a very tight bond. They are very tightly bound to the nucleus. But as we go away from the nucleus, we find that the bond between the electrons in that orbit and the nucleus becomes weak. The electrons in the outermost orbit of the atom, they have a very loose bond with the nucleus. So all such electrons in the outermost orbit of all the atoms of a material, they form something that is known as a valency band. So all this outermost orbit electrons, they fall into a valency band. So we have a valency band. Now from the valency band, for current to flow or electrons to flow, we have something that is known as a conduction band. So electrons from the valency band have to cross over to the conduction band for current or electricity to flow. We can see that there is a gap between both these bands. This gap is known as forbidden gap. Higher or bigger the gap, more effort is required for the electron to go to the conduction band. So in this case, if we apply an external force, a very large amount of external force will be required for electrons from valency band to move towards the conduction band. This kind of material is known as an insulator. Now we have a valency band and we have a conduction band, and then you can see that there is an overlap. So there is an overlap. There is no gap. So there is no forbidden gap. So valency band and conduction band overlap each other. Here a very small amount, a nominal amount of external force is enough for electrons from valency band to shift to the conduction band. Such kind of material are known as conductors. So in conductor there is no forbidden gap. Then we come to something where there is a very small gap. You can see that there is a very small gap. So there is a gap, but it is very small. So a nominal external force, when applied, the electrons from the valency band will move towards the conduction band. This material is known as semiconductor. So this semiconductor is the material which has brought the revolution in electronics. Because of this semiconductor, we are able to perform a lot of things, build a lot of gadgets. So this is all about the introduction. Join me next time when I continue this journey to explore the subject electronics.